Um, I was just saying that because I'm a Baltimore fan, I can't root against them. Like every week,
Yes, you can.
I'm
Jake.
gonna bet that they're gonna win games. But like Miami is just that good.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
even said it
I
in the
know.
last podcast that
So,
Miami
so
was probably gonna win the game. But what a wild fourth quarter! The Ravens secondary was terrible, 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 terrible.
yeah, what happened with that?
Um, Let me give you the rundown. So Kyle
Okay.
Hamilton, first round pick. It's his second game. He doesn't know the defense yet. So
Okay.
he was just in the wrong spot at the wrong time, kind of thing. Um, Armor Davis, who's a rookie, I can't remember his first
Hmm.
name right now. He was guarding Tyreek Hill on both of his deep touchdowns. So they had to put a rookie on him because they were so like they didn't have a lot of receivers or a lot of corners in the game.
Okay.
Marlon Humphrey wasn't at 100%, who's their best corner. And their number two, Marcus Peters, just came back off a year-long injury.
Okay.
So
Well,
one
I didn't
game, it's one game.
I I don't think I needed that much detail, but yeah, that works. Yeah.
Yeah, that
That
works.
makes sense.
I thought I'd share it anyways.
That
Now
makes
you guys
sense.
understand though. Now you guys know the
No, I
problem
get it. I
with
get
my
it.
Ravens secondary.
I get it. All right, welcome to episode 3 of SGT. Here's some guys' takes. Here we're just spewing off some football ideas about the end of week 2. I'm joined here with Jake,
So
Carson,
Hey.
first time joiner on episode 3. Thanks for joining us, Carson. It's a pleasure to have you. Zyler is out for this week's episode. He's got a school event where he is currently drinking a Bud Light seltzer.
wait, let me see if I can
So
hold on. Let me see if I can
good
pull up
for
the
him.
photo. See if I can pull up the photo.
Well, it doesn't matter because most of our viewers, Jake, if you don't know already, most of our viewers are going to be listening on Spotify because we are on Spotify. That's Some Guys Takes on Spotify, SOME space, GUYS apostrophe space, TAKES on Spotify. All right, let's get into it, gentlemen. So what do you guys want to start with? I want to start with some inside news sources.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, my inside source this week said that sorry, where was it? My inside source says, and I quote, because Lamar Jackson has not agreed to where is it? Sorry. Because Lamar Jackson has not agreed, has not come to terms with a deal with the Baltimore Ravens. They are they're interested in trading him, basically, is what they want to do. So Jake, what do you think about that?
It's not gonna happen, but I mean, if he does, he's going to Miami.
So my inside source is saying that Lamar is going somewhere else. That's what they're saying. You know what they're saying?
Yeah.
They're saying he's going to Miami. So yeah,
You know what?
they're saying that they are that's what they're saying.
If Miami had Lamar Jackson, I would genuinely think that they would be better than the Bills.
Okay. Well, let's
could you
Think about it.
imagine?
Think
Could
about
you?
it. The Dolphins are already they're playing like a top what 8 team in the NFL right now, and you guys can both agree that Lamar Jackson is a much better football player than Tua.
Okay, so then what happens to Tua?
He goes
He
to
goes to
Baltimore,
Baltimore.
and Baltimore becomes nothing but a shithole. I mean, a crap hole. Sorry.
The the
Yes.
the rumor is that they're gonna trade Lamar Jackson to Miami for Tua, 3 first rounds, and 2 seconds, and a fifth,
haul.
and a fifth, and a fifth. Sorry.
That's a haul.
Yeah.
That's a haul. Wow.
So yeah, we'll see where that goes. That'd be pretty exciting, I think. Anyway, that's just what the source is. Nothing confirmed, of course, yet, but that's just the rumor that I've been hearing around the mill. That's what our sources told us. Anyways, let's get right into. You guys want to get right into some Sunday recaps?
Sure. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
What do you guys want to start with? What 1 o'clock game you guys want to start with?
I mean,
I know what one I don't want to start with.
I don't want to start with the one we first talked about, but like,
All right, let's talk about the Browns.
all right, good call.
Oh man.
What?
Honestly, okay, listen. Here's the thing. Okay. Joe Flacco
Shut up, Baltimore Ravens legend.
Joe Flacco's been watching too much Zach Wilson on the sidelines. And so because of that, since he's been playing for the Jets, he's been playing like an absolute unit. That's what I'm going to say.
Oh,
He's been a superstar. I think that team's I think they're gonna finish higher than the Patriots.
the Jets?
Yes.
Mm,
Just kidding. They stink, but yeah, no, I have no idea what happened. The Jets suck, and the Browns also suck, but the Jets suck more.
that had to be just a really unlucky game.
It like Nick Chubb came out and even said that game was his fault. Do you guys even know what happened in that game? There was 2 minutes. There was 2 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock. The Browns had possession. They were up 7. They were like 2nd and 10 or something. Nick Chubb runs it into the end zone instead of dropping on the 1-yard line to end the game. He got it wasn't 2nd and goal. It was 2nd and 10.
Oh, so he got.
But it was right beside the end zone. So he ran in for the touchdown. Jets got the ball back, scored,
and then got the onside kick.
Scored.
I watched the onside kick. That was funny.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
So, anyways.
So your team blew a 7, 14?
7. I think it was a 7-point lead. I don't. I forget. I don't remember.
A 1 or 2.
I think it was 14. It was a 13-point lead because they didn't get an extra point on the touchdown that Nick Chubb scored.
So your team blew a 13-point lead inside 2 minutes.
Yep.
And my team blew a 21-point lead.
Oh, that's true. They did.
You just want to talk about the.
Can we talk about your team, Carson?
No, I was going to say talk about the Cardinals.
That was another really good one too, dude. That was crazy.
That fourth quarter game.
Yeah.
With the 20-second 2-point conversion play.
21. Yeah, that was insane. That was weird. That was crazy to watch. Actually, Kyler Murray just looks like
he looks like a little.
I don't know. It's so weird with him.
On the field.
Yeah, when he turns it on, he's so good. But like half the time, he just looks like he's just out there just kind of half-assing it. It doesn't look like he's giving it his all the time until moments like that. And then when you see what he did in that fourth quarter and that overtime, he was a different player.
A switch just goes off in this kid's mind.
That's how Kyler played for the first 10 games of the season last year.
Yeah.
That's exactly how we played. And then we saw the average Kyler in the playoffs and
then we got
last week against the Chiefs. What?
I said then we got double XP weekend.
Then we got double XP weekend. It was not double XP weekend though, as clearly because he went on an absolute tear.
The guy doesn't lose on non-double XP weekends, and the guy doesn't win on double XP weekends. It's crazy.
What's the official stat?
Is he stat? I think he's
0-49.
It's either 49 or 47 on double XP, double XP weekends. It's in the high 40s.
Anyways, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that game was pretty wild though. Let's go to
pull up all the games.
Going through. We can just what?
I have to pull up all the games here. I can't even remember who played.
I got him. Sorry, it's just taking me a minute to find it. Let's just go through. Giants beat the Panthers. Giants win another. Giants are 2-0 going into the season, boys. What do we think about the Giants? We'll get to that in the power rankings, which is coming up in the second half of the episode.
Yeah,
Giants are 2-0
in an awful close game.
Pardon me, what'd you say?
The Patriots and Steelers.
Oh yeah, Patriots and Steelers.
A very close but yet awful game.
You know what? I'm honestly surprised that the Patriots won this game, to be totally honest with you.
Oh, I am too.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very surprised. Where was the predictions thing? So I went through the predictions from that we made on the last episode. Jake, you went 7-9 for game predictions.
I did that.
I went 9-7, and Zyler went 10-6. So Zyler got the most games right last week.
Did you both go for Miami?
Yeah. Of course we did.
Of course you did.
Of course we did. anyways, yeah. So we talked about the Browns, we talked about the Giants, talked about the Steelers or the Patriots now. Yeah, the Bucks beat the Saints for the first time since Tom Brady's been on that team, eh?
That was a mess of a game. The Mike Evans suspended for one game.
Yeah, he's suspended for that, for real.
Yeah.
That's so silly.
Well, he did also
I get it.
run
Yeah.
from like almost the sideline to.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it. But
did you see what started it though?
wasn't Marshawn Lattimore was yelling at Tom Brady in the middle of the game.
He was going like this. He was going like this at him because
waving his hand at. Why?
Because Brady wanted a. There was like a brutal. It was a pass interference, but like it was a clean. Call? Like it was a good call. Like they didn't call it, and they shouldn't have called it. But everybody was up in arms because they didn't call it, and Brady was yelling at a ref. So Marshawn runs by him and goes, and he does like the pulling out the flag like he's a ref. So he taunted him, and then I think Fournette then shoved Marshawn. Marshawn then put his hand in Fournette's face, and that's when Evans came over and like fully just threw his body into him.
Yeah, that was a good hit too.
The best hit of his career.
I think I saw something. What did it say? I was just gonna say something. I just lost my train of thought. Sorry, Carson, you go ahead. What do you say about this?
Did you watch
I got nothing to say about the Bucks other than I'm mad at Tom Brady, but just because of fantasy.
Why?
That's not everything he did.
Why? What happened? What happened in fantasy? What did he put up this week? Do you have him in fantasy?
Yeah, he's putting up 9 points past 2 weeks.
Dude, let's not talk about Russell Wilson then.
Russell Wilson is dead to me.
Russell Wilson
that guy makes my head hurt.
I'm starting Kirk Cousins over him now, starting next week. Because I have both of them.
There's Minnesota playing.
The last 2 weeks, I don't know, but the last 2 weeks, Kirk Cousins has put up more points than Russell Wilson in fantasy for me. On
Minnesota's
my bench.
playing Detroit for you.
Yeah, they're not letting Russell Wilson.
Pardon?
They're not letting Russell Wilson do what he needs to do.
The Broncos?
Yeah.
No, they need to put him under control. They need to stop letting him do what he wants.
No, Nathaniel Hackett needs to lose his job. That's what he needs to do. Or you need a new head coach and put him down to like assistant coach or something, because he doesn't know how to run a game. Yeah, he does not know how to run a game and manage a game. See, you see the Broncos fans were counting down.
Oh, yeah.
The Broncos fans were counting down the play clock so that Nathaniel Hackett wouldn't they got 2 penalties for delay of game.
Yeah, that happens.
2 in one game. That
happens all the time. Delay of games
happen. They had 2 last year. All last year.
The Broncos themselves?
Yes, the Broncos themselves only had 2 delay of games last season.
Holy crap.
This game, they get 2 in one game.
Well,
I don't know. I think, that coach is 100% the problem. I just don't know if that team clicks yet. I feel like if Russell Wilson does take over the offense, I think he could definitely run that team. He'd figure out what to do with everybody.
He's also got some issues there. Like he doesn't see all his receivers.
No, exactly. That's what I mean. You have to try and feel everything out. They don't click. Like they don't click yet. He doesn't know who to throw to. He doesn't know like what kind of routes these guys can do. Like
he doesn't know their strengths and he doesn't know their weaknesses.
No, yeah, exactly.
Kind of throwing stuff and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, exactly. So. Anyways, let's move on to Lions.
This next game was my favorite one of the week. This was my favorite game to watch.
Lions Commanders?
Yeah, this was a shootout between these two.
I didn't watch it.
The Lions dominated the first half, and then the Commanders dominated the second half. It was an awesome game to watch.
Well, anyways, Lions got a win. I'm happy about that.
Huge win.
That's awesome.
They almost blew it, but huge win.
Yeah, they still won. Jags beat the Colts.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, got me 39.8 fantasy points.
Well, I saw that actually.
He had a career game.
Yeah, I did see that.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Jaguars beat the Colts at home again. Here's the thing though, is like you said, we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
You made a big point of it last week, Jake, that the Colts have never beat the Jags at home. And then they lost to them at home again.
This was embarrassing.
It was really embarrassing. They got shut out by the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's embarrassing.
Are the Colts the worst team in football?
I don't know what's
No,
happening.
really. No, really.
Also,
No,
They went to
I know.
overtime with
It's
the Texans and then got shut out by the Jags. Are the Colts the worst team in football right now?
maybe
'Cause
right now,
Texans, Jags are definitely number
two of the
31 and
three
number
worst
32
teams.
on my lists
Yeah,
of the worst teams in the NFL. If the
yeah.
Colts went out there and lost to the Jets, undoubtedly they would be the worst team in football. Why is this not working?
Because Matt Ryan's really new to the system and he's never had like an absolute unit of a running back behind him. And he's got Jonathan Taylor behind him, but he's not using him.
He's not
Because,
using them.
yeah.
He's not using them.
And when Jonathan Taylor does run the ball, he's getting stuffed every single play. He's broken, I think, like 3 or 2 runs for over 20 yards this year.
Didn't he get
Only
like
2 games,
didn't
but
he only
like
get like 5 runs or
he hasn't
like 5 attempts last game? Like when they played Jacks, didn't he only get like 5 attempts or something? Or was
I don't
that
know how many attempts
who
he
else
had.
am I thinking of?
He only had like I don't know 50 yards,
Oh,
like 50 scrimmage
still.
yards, something like that. Like that's
That's not good for him, but that's still not terrible. It's not as bad as I thought it was for some
whoa,
reason.
whoa.
What?
Sorry, I know we're going off topic here for a second, and I know baseball. The Blue Jays are playing the Phillies right now. The score is currently 18-11 in the bottom of the 9th inning for Toronto.
Whoa.
That's a high scoring baseball game.
High scoring baseball game. Well, it's okay. It's a sports show. You can break any kind of news on here. Could you imagine if we broke some big news on this show?
Yeah, if I just
Could
get
you
some
imagine if it was like LeBron James retires? Could you imagine? We're
Can
like,
we-
what?
can we
We're
talk
just
about that for a
stunned for
second?
like 2 hours straight.
Can we did you guys hear about what the NBA is doing with the draft and like the CBA? So they're changing the youngest age to go into the draft from
Oh, I did
19.
hear that.
Um
So brawny.
it might not pass for another few years. Like I have a really, really, really strong feeling that it's so that Bronny can get into the league 1 year quicker and LeBron doesn't have to play 1 year longer.
That makes perfect sense.
Someone else too. There was someone else, wasn't there?
I can't remember what else. That was the only thing that I really like actually knew what was going on about. But like his younger kid too, like could be because I think Bronny's turning 19 this year.
Mm-hmm. How
And I
old is
think
his other youngest?
I think his
turning
youngest is 16 or
17?
maybe 17 this year.
Okay, so he'd be a couple more years still.
Here's 2 more years.
Anyway, I don't know how I feel about it. About them
That's
changing it from like first year college to first like last year high school. That's a lot of pressure put on a young kid like that, I think. But obviously LeBron did it, and look at him.
If
You know,
you're
didn't
smart,
Allen Iverson do it?
though, you'd go to college.
Yeah,
I think
Allen
Arnett did it
Iverson.
too.
Some people have to though, like some people who don't really have a lot going on for them that like need to provide for themselves.
The late great Kobe went right from high school.
Yeah, that's true too. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how I feel. I feel like if you're smart, you still go to college for a year and work on your game. But you know, these big name high school guys, they might as well come right out of high school. I mean, most people will probably go to college anyways. So,
these kids will
anyways, let's get back to the football. Let's get back to the football game. Sorry to
we're
interrupt.
back to football.
Back to the football games. The Rams beat the Falcons. Almost pulled in Atlanta.
On Atlanta. Wow.
Almost pulled in Atlanta against Atlanta. What were they up by, like 21 or something? And then the Falcons came back and almost tied that game up at the end. Like
it was
they were up by quite a good amount.
It was 28-3.
Mm.
Or maybe it was
25-point lead.
Yeah, 28-3. That's the lead they had over the Patriots.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the lead they had over the what? Sorry,
the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
28-3.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing. Trey Lance is out for the season now with an ankle injury.
Did you guys see that?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
was it gross? Could you see it? Was it like hard to watch?
It was hard to watch.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch it then.
Do you remember when Dak broke his foot 2 years ago?
Yeah, I actually do remember that one.
Was like flip floppy and stuff.
Yeah, I do remember that one.
That's what Trey
Was
Lance's
it like,
that's what Trey Lance's foot looked like.
ooh,
You guys see Jimmy G smiling when it happened?
I did. I heard about that. He was smiling on the sidelines when Trey got hurt so he could come out and play.
I just don't think Trey was focused.
I think
Very focused.
honestly, here's the worst part. I think the Niners are going to do better without him.
Oh, they are 100%. They are.
The whole team.
I hate to say it. Like, I feel so bad. Like, the guy lost a whole season of his career, and I feel awful saying it, but I think they're going to do a lot better without him.
What happened to him last year too?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, he lost 2 full years basically because of it. So, like, who knows? Like, next year, they're like, even if they move on from Jimmy G next year, he's not even going to be ready. Like, at least this year they had Jimmy as a backup, which obviously they need him, but next year he might not be around. So he's going to have to, yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, it sucks for Trey. Good for Jimmy and good for the Niners, to be totally honest.
Oh yeah, really good. That's a really good game for the Niners. That's an important game to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's also important for
the team.
It's also, yeah, no, yeah, you're right. It's really important to beat the piss out of the Seahawks.
Okay,
that's important.
All right.
Division rivals. That is
a huge win. That's a great win for them.
That's a great win for them. I mean,
a good win for any team is beating the piss out of the Seahawks.
Seattle Seahawks. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Russell Wilson left you. Just remember that. Remember that. Just let that stick. Just let that stick with you for a little bit there, Carson.
You know what? The Jets.
Geno Smith. Geno Smith. Russell Wilson.
For our Spotify listeners, Jake did a one hand higher than the other hand. Geno was higher than Russell with the one hand thing. Anyways, moving on. Speaking of Russ, the Broncos beat the Texans in a very, very close game. I know we already talked about this game, but like with the coaching of this game, but it was way too close the whole time. It looked like Russ started to take over near the end, though. It looked like they started like playing his game. I didn't watch a whole lot of it. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention, but I don't know. I could have just been delusional watching it, but I don't know. It kind of looked like he was kind of running that offense a little bit more. Like he was talking to the players and kind of making plays a little bit more on the field, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
From a fantasy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Carson. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think the Broncos as a whole is just kind of sloppy right now.
Oh yeah.
100%. Yeah.
And that's
they're still getting to feel their team. Like we talked about, they're just not clicking.
I was gonna say from a fantasy standpoint that Dameon Pierce, like Houston's running back, like starting running back, got a lot more touches this week. He had 5 in week 1 and he got 15 this past week.
Didn't he play for the Patriots?
Dameon Pierce? No, he plays for Houston.
Oh, they said Damian Harris.
No, Pierce.
Oh, never mind. My bad. The Cowboys beat the Bengals, guys.
I love Cooper Rush. They're playing better without Dak. How embarrassing is that for Jerry Jones?
Yeah.
And the Cowboys franchise.
You see Dak on the sideline, I would feel like such a D-bag just being there if I were Dak. He's like hyping the team up and his team's winning without him. They're beating the Bengals without him. And he's like, yeah, good job, guys. Oh, that would suck.
What is he supposed? Like, what else is he supposed to do, though?
No,
like,
I know, but
like,
why is he like? Wasn't he wearing a headset? Was he like coordinating the offense?
Probably. He was probably talking to Cooper the whole time.
Make him an offensive coordinator. Take him off the field and let the players play and let him run the offense. Because clearly he's got a good mind for football. If he can like run that offense with those players, obviously he's got a good mind for football. Make him an offensive coordinator. Tell him to stop playing. Yes.
He will. No, he'll just be like, he'll be on the sideline calling plays. He'll probably be the one talking to
full time.
No, not
tell him to hang up. Tell him to hang up the
cleats.
Oh my
God.
And get a sideline job. I'm serious. I'm 100% serious.
That's hilarious. You can't be serious. You can't.
No, I'm not kidding.
This is Dak Prescott we're talking about.
Yeah.
Dakota.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay. Offense or defense? Definitely
offense.
Defensive coordinator. Definitely.
What are you talking about? Okay, don't be stupid. Don't be dumb.
Make him the
No,
special.
he'd be an
team.
offensive coordinator.
Make him the special teams coach.
Oh God.
Right,
Anyways,
move off the Cowboys. What about the Bengals going 0-2 right now with one loss to Dallas?
That's
Joe Burrow's
true.
offensive line isn't holding up for him.
no, they've gotten worse since last year.
They went from
I don't know
Super
how.
Bowl to 0-2.
But here's the thing: when, like, the only reason they're losing is because of the offensive line. That's the only reason. If they had a decent offensive line, they wouldn't be losing this game.
That's the thing, though. But like, yeah, the
It's
problem.
important to have it, but it's a big issue that they can't really solve right now, though. That's the thing.
I think I read a stat, and I think Joe Burrow has been sacked more times than Najee Harris has carried a football this season, or something like that. It might not be Najee Harris, like it might be another big time running back, but I'm drawing a blank.
That's
on
ridiculous.
Joe
like,
Burrow was
the
sacked
dude's been
6
sacked,
times
like-
that game.
Sorry,
He was sacked 6 times that game.
and I think he was sacked 7
Wow.
times against the Steelers.
Wow.
His left tackle is one of the worst, if not the worst, left tackle in football.
Wow, really?
Lyle Collins, he was playing for the Giants last year. He is just
Mm-hmm.
ick.
It's too bad for that team. Anyways, I don't know. They can't really fix the problem now, but they might just suck for a while. That's all. They'll be good again. They'll be good again one day. As long as Joe's there, they'll be contenders. But
Maybe Joe Burrow.
yeah, they might suck for a little bit.
Maybe the Super Bowl run was a fluke.
No,
I'm kidding.
I definitely don't think it was, because you don't beat the Chiefs on a fluke.
You could very
You
well
don't beat the
on
Chiefs.
a fluke.
You don't beat the Chiefs in the playoffs in a fluke.
True.
Anyways, let's move on. Sunday night game, Packers beat the Bears. It's a tradition every year. The Packers beat the Bears twice a year.
The Bears got robbed of that game. They weren't going to win
Did
it,
they?
but they got robbed of making it at least close. Justin Fields passed the line. Definitely passed that goal line, but they didn't give it to him.
Yeah, I saw that. I agree.
And if they had gotten those points, that would have put them, I think, within 7.
Mm-hmm.
And that would completely flip the momentum of the game.
They didn't lose by a lot. They only lost by 17, I think. I think they were down 10 when he had, like, it would have put them down 3 when he scored that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 27-10.
So
on their two like drives where they got right, like they scored on the one and then they got stuffed on the other. I think they passed the ball like once or twice each drive. The only thing they did on the drive was let Fields and David Montgomery run. And they just worked their way down the field 8, 9, 10 yards at a time. And it worked for them. And then they moved away from it. And then they went back to it at the end of the game. But by that time, it was already too late. They had already lost the game.
mm-hmm.
Classic Chicago, losing to Green Bay.
Classic Chicago losing to Green Bay.
Classic Chicago.
All right, let's move into the Monday games. The Bills dominated the Titans.
What do we need to say about this? Josh Allen's that dude. Stephon Diggs is his BFF. Tennessee.
Josh Allen's is the MVP of the NFL.
Unreal connection between them.
The Titans are a joke.
They're sick.
Derrick Henry can't run the ball. Ryan Tannehill can't pass. He's playing like he's a former Miami Dolphin.
Put Malik Willis in.
They did. They did. They put him in at the start of the fourth quarter last night.
Well, yeah, because they were losing so bad. They don't want anyone getting hurt. They put their bench in.
Go Malik Willis.
Everyone's putting the blame on Tannehill, but Derrick Henry has not shown up at all this season.
No, he hasn't.
Ryan Tannehill needs to hang up the cleats, and he needs to get on the sideline.
I'm not
kidding.
I'm not saying he's not to blame, but Derrick Henry.
I'm just playing.
He needs to.
He's also. You got to remember, he also lost his 2 top receivers from last year.
He did. AJ Brown. We're seeing. We'll get to the Eagles in just a second, but we're seeing how good of a player AJ Brown really is.
Because now he has someone who can throw the football, throwing to him.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, all I have to say about that game is just the Bills
and Julio Jones
are unstoppable. Yeah, they lost Julio too.
What about him?
But Julio's Julio. Let's move on to the last game of the week. The Eagles beat the Vikings in the second Monday night game of the week, of the day,
Oh
of the
my
night.
God.
The Monday night game of the night.
What
The day of the
what a
week.
statement game for Philadelphia.
Yeah, they're
I guarantee you they're in everybody's top 5 or 4 for power rankings this week.
we'll get to that, but
No, but like
I think they're
big
very,
time
very good.
guys, big time
They're
radio hosts, they're going to be saying that the Eagles are in their top 4 this year or this week.
Yeah. Well, that's all recency bias. We don't participate in that in this show. We give it to you straight. We give it to you real. Yeah, no, Jake does participate in recency bias quite often.
Not all the time, but a good amount of the time I am a
I
recency
feel like I'm
bias.
pretty good about not falling for recency bias, but for those who don't know what recency bias is, if a big event is happening in sports currently, it draws a lot of attention towards
Like everybody's saying, Joe
like
Burrow
its
is good.
importance, basically. Yeah.
Recency
Like,
bias.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like saying Steph Curry's a top 5 player of all time. That's recency bias. That is not true at all.
Not true.
Anyways, moving on back to the game here. Yeah, the Eagles look freaking good, man. They look freaking good.
They have a solid running game. They have a solid quarterback who can run and pass the ball. They have solid receivers. Their front seven is amazing. Their cornerbacks are awesome. Like every aspect of their team is killing it right now. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, they're having a good run. I think they're going to win the division, and I think
they're gonna be a top 2 seed in the NFC this year.
they could be possible Super Bowl contenders depending who they match up with in the playoffs. But we'll see. This again, the Vikings could win their division and play the Eagles in an NFC title game, and
Kirk Cousins
the
also
Eagles can beat them again.
Kirk Cousins also doesn't play well in primetime games. It's like Kyler Murray with double XP weekend. Kirk Cousins just cannot win in Monday night primetime games.
Yeah,
he
but
just can't do it.
like he's won in primetime games before. It's not like he can't do it. I feel like he just has days, I think.
I don't think he has on a Monday night game.
Maybe not Monday, but maybe Sunday.
Well, yeah, but like Monday night primetime games, he's yet to win a game.
Oh, I don't know about that, but
oh well.
Anyways, you guys want to take a quick break and then we'll do our power rankings to wrap up?
Sure.
Okay. See you guys in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we are back. Let's get right into these power rankings, boys. So Carson, obviously this is your first time doing the power ranking with us. Obviously Zyler was unable to be here this week for the power ranking, but we'll be able to get his comparisons from his rankings going into week 2. But these are Jake and I's rankings. We'll be comparing our rankings from last week as well. Like I said, though, Carson's first time ranking, so he won't have the comparisons, but he can still put his picks in. So next time he's in, we can compare. I don't know why I had to explain all that. We can just compare while we go through them. But Jake left the seat. Where's Jake? There's Jake. That's why I was talking for so long. I was freaked out. You walked away for like 2 minutes straight. So I just had to ramble for a minute. Why are you pointing at Ben Simmons again? Are you ready to go?
Of course.
All right. That's all I wanted to know. Okay, let's get right into it. Number 32. I had the Jets.
Yeah, I got the Texans at 32.
Yeah, I know. The Jets are the worst team in football, Jake. I don't know how you can say anything different.
They beat the Browns. They have a win.
Yeah, but they're the worst team in football.
I should have put the Colts at 32.
Honestly,
this is where our whole conversation earlier.
Our recency bias. Yeah.
Yeah.
Texans. Texans.
I think the Jets suck. The Jets suck.
Well, Carson, who's your 32?
Jets.
Carson got the Jets too.
Who's your guys' 31?
My 31 is the Falcons.
My 31 is the Jets.
Okay. Well, okay. So I feel like me having the Falcons could be a little low there, but
They played good last week. They actually played good, really
They
good last
played
week.
decent against LA, but
They played good
every other
against the
team,
Saints too. They just fell
like
apart.
every other bad team has either tied or won a game except for them. So I'm putting them at 31.
Fair enough.
I don't think they'll win many games this year. It'll be close, but I think they'll be the Lions this year. They'll be the
Fair.
Lions of football this year. Number 30, I had the Jags.
I have the Falcons at 30.
I have the Falcons at 30.
Yeah.
Jake, it says here on my list that you put in earlier that you have the Seahawks at 30.
Yeah.
Yeah. I meant to flip them. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is that recency bias since
Wait
you
a
hurt
second, wait a
Carson's
second.
feelings earlier?
Did I write down? Oh my God, I copied Carson's list on my sheet.
Yeah.
Of course I did that. Wow.
Just use your screen. Just go back and forth between the screen, Jake.
No
So
wonder.
Jake spent a whole 10 minutes writing out his list of his power rankings from his computer screen onto a piece of paper so that he wouldn't have to flip back and forth. And now he just wrote Carson's entire sheet.
Jake, pull it up on your phone.
Unreal. I've got it. I've got it here. I'm good.
Okay. Jake, you've got the Seahawks at 30.
I have the Seahawks at 30. Yeah. I do.
Okay, you do. Carson, you don't. Why?
I just don't think that they're worse than the Falcons.
You think the Falcons stink that bad, eh? Me too. It's okay.
Yeah.
I
mean, they're not good by any means. They're still shit, but I just don't think.
To be fair, I
I
have the Seahawks a little higher too. To be fair, but they're not that much higher. So
no,
like I
think
said,
we've
I got Jets, Falcons, Jags. Jake, you got Texans, Jets, Seahawks. Carson, you got Jets, Texans, Falcons, and then you both have Jags at 29, and then I've got the Falcons at 20, or I've got the Texans at 29. Sorry.
Okay, so
we both have the Jags. Yeah, so the bottom four pretty much.
We all have the same bottom five.
We all have the same bottom five, just different orders. My 28 is the Seahawks. Carson, you got the Seahawks there as well. Jake, you got the Falcons. So those are the five worst teams in football there: Jets, Falcons, Jaguars, Texans, Seahawks. How does it feel being in the bottom five, Carson?
I mean, it's expected. We lost our biggest assets.
Yeah, but it hurts, eh? Hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah, but we're rebuilding.
Yeah, it's okay.
I can't imagine that.
I like that mindset. Yeah, imagine rebuilding. Imagine not having a franchise quarterback. Whoops.
Guys, just
maybe
wait.
not me either. Anyways,
we'll get there.
Moving on. Number 27, I got the Bears. I had them up a little higher last week. I believe my bottom five are all the same. I had them at 25 last week. All my bottom five were the same, I think, except just different orders a little bit. Actually, no, I think it was exact. Yeah, my bottom five was exactly the same as last week. Anyways, moving on. Yeah. Yeah, I got the Bears at 27. Jake, you do too.
Yep.
Carson, you got the Panthers. You don't like Baker Mayfield, do you?
Not in the NFL.
You don't like him in the NFL?
I liked his college days.
You're a big college fan, eh?
Well, I wouldn't say big college fan. I just think he was better for that than he was.
He was a menace. He was a menace in college.
That's a good word for it.
Yeah. He was a menace. That's the only word you could use for it.
We haven't seen any of that in the NFL. No. We haven't seen any menace Mayfield in the NFL. And I don't know why.
Because he's not a little kid anymore. He grew up. That's pretty much it.
He was winning in college, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he was also a brat.
Wasn't he a Heisman winner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then someone beat him up on the street.
Oh.
And then
I didn't know that.
Lost all of his confidence. Yeah. Oh, I thought that's why. I thought you knew that.
Oh. No, this is news to me.
Yeah, I thought you knew that.
Oh.
Apologies.
Well,
he got in a big fight. He got in a fight with somebody, and like they beat the shit out of each other, beat the crap out of each other. Sorry.
Censor yourself, Jake. Now I have to mark the podcast as explicit content.
That's twice I've done that now. My apologies.
I didn't have to do that last week, but now we've dropped 3 S-bombs. We're bad influences.
Sorry,
Anyways,
guys.
let's go to 26. I had the Commanders 26 this week. Jake, you got the
Got the
Panthers.
Panthers.
Carson, you got the Bears.
Yeah.
So again, they're all pretty similar. I got the Commanders a little lower than you guys do, though. I had the Commanders at 24 last week. So
I had the Commanders at 19 last week.
you did, Jake. You had them at 18 last week.
18?
Yeah, you have them at
wow.
you have them at 25 now. Same with you, Carson.
Yeah.
So you guys both got the Commanders at 25.
Got humbled a little bit.
I got the Patriots at 25. Now I had them up since last week. I had them at 27 last week. I have them at 25 now.
I had them at 29 last week.
Last week you did have them at 29, actually. Yeah,
I did.
You did. Yeah, wow. You have them at 24 now, so they did go up a little bit. Same with you, Carson. And I've got the Panthers at 24. So now like our bottom 8 or our
Big
top
Baker fan.
Is that 8?
Yeah, 8.
9. Our top
9
are all pretty much the same. So that's like the 10 worst, 9 worst teams in the league. Because next I got the Steelers. Carson, you do too.
Mhm.
And Jake, you've got the Titans at 23.
Guys, I'm right about this.
Are you aware that you have
right about this?
Is that a mistake?
They're gonna
Is that a mistake?
No, the only thing they have going for them is Derrick Henry could have 4 or 5 good games where they can't lose because he's playing so good. I haven't seen it yet. And I doubt I will because he just came up from an injury.
They'll win games though. They'll win more games than the Steelers. They'll win games. Dude, look at their division. Their division stinks. They're gonna win games. That's the thing. They're gonna beat Houston, and they're gonna beat every other team one more time.
They're at 20. They're at 23 until they can prove to me that they're gonna win games. Until then, they can stay at 23 to 20 range.
Okay. All right. There you go. Well, you did have them at 16 last week, so that's quite a significant drop.
Yeah.
Carson, you and I have the Steelers. It's like the same thing as like the Patriots. They're just, I don't know. You had them back to back, eh? Like you had Steelers 23, Patriots 24. So they're not. Here's the thing. If they were in the same division, if they were in the AFC South, same division as the Titans, they would win games. But because they are in such tough competitive divisions, like with the Ravens and the Bengals, with the Steelers, and now the Patriots have Buffalo and Miami. At least they get 2 wins a year with the Jets, but it's just tough for them. It's just tough for them. Yes, Jake, the Jets suck.
They just beat the Browns.
It was an accident.
I'm not saying that they're gonna go like 9-8 or like 9-7.
Yeah,
but like they're gonna go like they're probably gonna win 4 or 5 games this year, is my guess.
Yeah, I can see that. But you know, I got the Steelers and the Patriots doing the same thing. So I guess that's fair putting them around that same area. But
yeah,
I just think they have a tougher schedule. Actually, no, they don't. They play really bad teams.
The really bad
What am I
teams play
talking
the
about?
really bad teams, and the really good teams play the really good teams, I find. All the time.
Yeah, that normally evens it out, eh?
Yeah.
Well, because they want good primetime TV games. They don't want crappy teams playing each other.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't want to see the Jets and Falcons battle it out on Sunday Night Football.
No, I wouldn't either.
I don't think that'd be fun.
I had the Giants at 22. Carson, you had the same. Jake, you had the Steelers.
Yeah.
So I had the Giant
anywhere. The Steelers could go anywhere between like 21 and 24, and I don't think
Jake, you had this. Jake, you had the Steelers at 12 last week.
12, I know. But like, look how they played in week 2, right?
And we did, and we gave you heck for it too.
I know. I deserved that heck. It's fine. Yeah. They're right back where they belong.
Anyways, yeah, I think you put them in the right spot this time. I had the Giants up 4 points or four spots since last week. I had them at 26 last week. Now they're at 22, so they've made their way up. Carson, we're liking this Giants team, eh?
I'm liking them more.
Jake, you got them at 21.
Saquon, man, he's back. 2 games strong. 2 games strong. Sorry, 2 games strong.
You think it's going to be consistent though? You think he's going to be able to do it all year?
I think so.
All right.
Because now he has
I can't wait to wait
an
to see.
offensive head coach
Mm-hmm.
who can make a playbook around him.
That's fair.
He has a smart offensive coach, so he will
That's fair.
definitely, like, Saquon will definitely be producing every single week. He might not be getting yards every week, but he'll definitely be scoring almost every single week.
Okay, well, good.
Trade for him in fantasy if you guys can.
Who has him?
He's gonna be huge this year.
You have him?
No, I don't
Who
have
has
him.
him?
I think Zyler has him.
Oh,
And Zyler
we'll talk Zyler.
Shout out Zyler, but Zyler's never gonna give Saquon Barkley.
Shout out Zyler drinking at the school event, Bud Light seltzer in his hand.
Do I need to pull up the photo again?
No, it's okay. Most of our fans are Spotify listeners, I think. So
Right.
Doesn't even matter. They won't even see it.
Most of them.
Most of them.
All right.
Some of them watch on YouTube.
Where can they find our podcast again?
They can find our podcast on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your local podcasts. Pretty much anywhere.
Nice.
So
that's awesome.
Jake, you had the Giants at 21. Carson, you had the Browns. I had the Cowboys. Jake, where'd you? Oh, you have the Browns a little higher up. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong side. Yeah, and then you guys both have the Cowboys at 20, and I have the Browns at 20. So it works out either way there.
I think they're all in the right spots.
I think they are too, to be honest. Jake, you got the Browns at 19. Carson, you got the Titans at 19. I got the Lions at 19. I had the Lions at 20 last week. I pretty much just put the Lions up, brought the Browns down.
They're good. Like, man, they're good.
You guys Carson, you got the Lions at 18. This is pretty similar, actually. Carson, you got them at 18.
Yeah.
Jake, you got them at 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a good team though. They're looking good. They look like one. They look like one unit. They don't look like players. They look like a team. Like they're
Jared Goff.
They're the Memphis Grizzlies of the NFL. Like you get one real good player there.
In St. Brown.
But most of it is just a good team. Just a good team that play really well together.
Or so I guess not in this scenario, but solid
football. Just smart, good, strong football. Are they the most talented? No, not all of them. No. Are they going to win every game? No. Are they going to upset some big teams? Yeah, I can see it. Are they going to win the division? Probably not. I don't think they're going to win the division. I think they'll come third.
I think that they're going to be fighting for a playoff spot, but they're not going to get it. They're going to be the 8th seed in the NFC this year. I think.
Really, you think they're going to be that high?
I think, but I think they're going to be like.
Dude, I don't even see the Packers making the playoffs, so I don't know. I see the Packers being the 8th seed in the NFC.
No, the Packers are back. Aaron Rodgers was playing like Aaron Rodgers last night.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that in just a second there. Where were we? Let's go to 18 now. 18. So yeah, like we said, Carson, you had the Lions at 18. Jake, you had the Colts at 18.
Guys, I think we need to bump the Colts down a little bit. Just a little bit.
I had them at 17. Carson, you did as well.
Yeah.
So
I really like.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
I really like Frank Reich as a coach because he was on the Super Bowl winning Philadelphia Eagles from 5 years ago. He was one of the coordinators. I can't remember, but now he's the coach in Indy, and he's been playing good, but his team just sucks at the end of season. I don't know what it is. Ever since Andrew Luck left the Colts, they haven't been able to they have not been able to play good at all. Not with Phillip Rivers, not with Jacoby Brissett, not with.
Well, at least with Phil Rivers, they made the playoffs. At least they made the playoffs with Phil.
Yeah, I guess.
But no, they don't look good. But I think they'll find their footing, and I think they'll be just fine. I don't want to put them too low yet, because I genuinely think that they could still be a decent team this year. I can see them going 500.
It's either that or they are on a steady decline.
No, I see him going 500. I don't see him going too low. That's why I put him at 17. I don't see him
Fair
going
enough.
much further past that. I think who do they play next week? Who do they play week 3?
Sure. They play
They play the Chiefs. They're going 0-3. Who do they play week 4?
Oh, they'll be 0-1-2.
What?
They have a tie, remember?
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, they'd be 0-1-2.
Or 0-2-1.
Doesn't it go win? It goes win. Oh no, it does go win, loss, draw. Sorry, you're right.
They play the Broncos week 5. They could win that game. They play honestly, I don't know. It might be a while before they win a game, but I see them going 500. Anyways, let's move on past that. 16. We all had the Saints at 16. They're like the most average team in football right now, I think.
I think they're going to be 9-7.
They're going to win games. They can beat some big name teams if they really, really tried, and if some teams have some off nights.
Michael Thomas back.
Yeah, they're not going to make the playoffs. They're the most decent team in football, I think. They can win a game, and I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm more likely to bet against them than to bet for them.
Fair enough.
So, you guys both had the Raiders at 15. I had the Broncos at 15. I moved the Broncos down.
I think I
had them at 13 last week.
Broncos.
You want to flip the Raiders and Broncos? Carson, you want to do the same?
Yeah, I'm going to put the Raiders at 14 and the Broncos at 15.
Good idea.
My apologies.
I was going to say the Raiders don't look that bad. They went up against an angry Kyler Murray this week.
Yeah. They blew that
game. And they had a close game with the Chargers last week. So I have the Raiders at 11. I know we're not quite there yet, but I don't have them at quite as low as you guys do at 14 now. But we all get the Broncos at 15.
I can genuinely understand why you can put the Raiders at 11. Like, I understand
I don't think you guys should be putting them that low.
I don't think I should either, but they
had two tough losses, like 2 losses that very easily couldn't have happened. So I don't put them, and they're still a good team. We haven't really been able to see them play well yet. Oh, that's the problem. They've played well, but they haven't won. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Anyways, I had the Niners at 14.
Okay.
You have them high, Jake.
I do. I've got
the Niners at 10.
I'm telling you. Remember when I had them at 21 last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Zyler called me out on that one, and shout out Zyler once again.
Dude, you are very subject. Very.
But man, now that Jimmy G is playing, look what they've done with Jimmy G, and it's essentially the exact same team.
Yeah.
They're gonna win the. Actually, no, the Rams are gonna win the West. But
yeah, what are you?
They're gonna be a wild card team, and watch. Yeah. They might even make the NFC Championship game this year. Who knows?
It could be. Hey, it could be Eagles. It could be Eagles Niners.
Yeah, Nate, I think you have 49ers a little low.
Yeah, I might. I honestly might now that I'm really, really looking at it, but we'll see.
He's a G.
He is. I got the Packers at 13. You got the Bengals at 13. I had them at 12.
I think I put the Bengals too high if their offensive line can't hold, because if their offensive line can't hold, they're not going to win games.
I would honestly put the Niners over these two. I would put the Packers at 14, put the Bengals at 13 with you guys, and then put the Niners right above them. But yeah, they don't look good. They're not winning the division if Baltimore's playing the way that they are and the Bengals are playing the way that they are. So,
the Bengals just need to get in shape.
Get in shape. Yeah.
They should get at it.
Yeah, bro.
They should get at it and just fix their shit up.
They need to sign they need to draft nothing but offensive linemen next year.
They did though, didn't they?
No.
Like, I thought they picked up like a bunch of O linemen in the offseason.
Maybe. Oh yeah, they did. And
I thought they repaired it.
Their left
now it's worse. Yeah, I don't know. They're a mess. Anyways, I had the Raiders at 11, like we talked about. You guys have the Cardinals at 11.
They impressed me this week. Kyler Murray.
I was just blown away by that fourth quarter comeback.
Yeah. I had
Where
them
did
at
I have
10.
them last week? I had them at 17 last week.
I had them at 14 last week. Jake, you didn't have them at 17.
Oh no, I had them at 20. Sorry, I had them.
You had them at 20. Jake.
Dude, they got
You are
smoked. 31 or what was the score against the Chiefs?
to the Chiefs, bro.
Yeah, but but every team's gonna lose to the Chiefs like that.
I told you had them. Well, the
Whatever.
Chargers didn't.
Whatever.
They did. What
No,
was the
they
score of the
didn't.
Chargers game?
27-24.
They didn't. It was close. It was a close game.
Yeah,
The Chargers
and the
didn't.
Chiefs blew out the Cardinals.
Yeah.
The Chiefs aren't gonna blow out every team they play.
Okay.
They're gonna be in good
Either
teams.
way. Yeah, you are very subject to recency bias.
I know.
Anyways,
Only for, like,
as we can tell in the power
Mhm.
ranking.
only for like certain teams.
Honestly, your list this week is a lot more rational than last week, though, to be fair.
It's because there's I also take personal feelings into effect. If I hate a team, I just rank them lower.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
make
same with the Jets.
my next week power ranking is gonna be purely based off feelings.
Yes.
Just based off emotions. We should
Yeah.
do a legit power ranking and an emotional feeling power ranking.
Number
Where we
one.
just talk about our feelings.
The Hawks are gonna make a huge jump.
Number one, Dino. Number two, Smith. Number three, Russell Wilson.
No, Russell Wilson's
Here's your
down at
top three.
48.
Yeah, 48.
If we're going just based off emotions, number one, the New York Giants. Number one, the Detroit Lions. Number two,
Probably, yeah,
New York
the Detroit
Giants.
Lions would be on.
Number
yeah,
three,
that's
the
very
Buffalo
close.
Bills. No, honestly, the Bills would still be number one.
I love the Bills. I love Josh Allen. I love Stephon Diggs.
Even if we're going off feelings, the Bills are still number one. You can't not like the
Yeah.
Bills.
They're just
Anyways, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. You guys, do we do the top 10 yet?
We're in the
Or did
top.
we just do
We're-
11?
we're
We got to
on-
11.
we're on-
Here's the top 10. I had the Cardinals at number 10.
I have the Niners at 10. I mean, they're going to be good.
Yeah, fair.
Talk about it.
Fair.
Cardinals.
Yeah. Carson, you had them at 12. I had them at 14. I had them a little bit low. I agreed on. So that's fair.
Packers.
Carson, you had the
10.
Packers at 10.
yeah.
Good man.
A little high, my opinion. I had them at 13. I still don't think the Packers are going to do that well.
I don't know.
I don't think they're going to win the division still.
Picking out the perks, so
What'd you say?
can't count out the perks.
Can't count out the perks.
Do you think
Can't count out the COVID.
so? Nate, you have the Vikings.
Number 9, yeah.
You have the Vikings winning the NFC North.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. I still stand by that because I have the Vikings at number 9.
The toss up between them and Green Bay at this point. Like I'm pretty sure they're going to be.
I mean, I have the Vikings
it's
over
gonna-
the Packers, but
It's going to be off by like a game or two, but I think they're going to win the division.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I got the Vikings at 9 on my power ranking. You guys both have the Ravens.
You know what? Once that secondary gets their act together and they start practicing like together more, they're going to be a destructive unit because Kyle Hamilton is a beast in the making.
Yeah. They're going to be a playoff team. They're winning the division. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to be good all season. They're going to have their issues.
That was an unlucky loss.
It was a very unlucky loss. It was a tough loss to a really good team though.
A team that they probably needed to beat. But oh well.
Yeah, that's true.
Future playoff matchup right there.
Yeah,
That's
that could be a
the-
first round matchup. Yeah.
That's the 4. That's
That's
gonna
the
be
4-5. That
3-6.
could be the 4-5. That could be or the 3. Okay, let's not. Well,
Baltimore's gonna get the 3 seed in the AFC.
yeah, they will. Yeah,
There
the
you
AFC South is a little rough down there.
Imagine Jacksonville comes back and wins that division. Could you imagine that?
They won't.
If they no. Like if they actually started to win games and that happened.
The Colts are going to win that division, but
Fingers
the
crossed.
Colts are going to win that division. Anyways, moving on. I got the Ravens at 8. Jake, you have the Packers at 8. Carson, you have the Vikings at 8.
I'm not
So
counting out Aaron Rodgers. I will
Jake,
never count him out until they are statistically eliminated from the playoffs.
Jake, do you think they're winning the division? Do you think
Right now I can't say like I kind of want the Vikings to win the division, but right now I can't say no.
you want them to,
I
but
want
you
the
don't
Vikings.
see it happening?
But I don't see it happening.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I get that.
But if it does happen, I won't be surprised. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Carson, you got the Vikings beating the Packers?
I'm honestly just not really a fan of Aaron Rodgers.
What?
What?
Okay, as a football player, he's a good player. He's a great player,
He's a god.
but I don't like him as a person.
What? Did you even watch him on the Joe Rogan Experience?
I just don't
Have
like
you
him.
ever watched Aaron Rodgers Tuesdays? Like,
Yeah.
with
Do you
Tom
not watch
McAfee?
Aaron Rodgers Tuesday? Guys, we can't name off our competition like that.
Oh.
What are we doing? What are we
You have to
doing?
bleep that. You have to bleep that.
Man. Sorry, guys.
Anyways, yeah. What were we talking about?
We were talking about how Carson doesn't like Aaron Rodgers.
It's a great show. Moving on to number 7. I got the Eagles at number 7. Now, I think they're gonna win the division.
Who, the
And I
Eagles?
think, and I think they have a good chance of making the Super Bowl. But I think they're only gonna do it if they have a similar run like the Bengals did last year. Because you know what, honestly, we probably had the Bengals in the top 10 going into the Super Bowl during the regular season. I'm going to keep the Eagles between my top 10 and my top 5. I don't know how much higher I'm going to put them than that, unless they really, really, really impress me. They're a great team, but I don't think they're that good. So I'm putting them at 7.
I think they're nuts. And I don't think that's recency bias. I think AJ Brown was the last piece they needed.
I mean, I have Eagles higher than that.
Yeah, I even have
Yeah,
them
I know.
higher.
I know you
I
both
have
do.
them
That's
even
why I said
higher
that.
than Carson.
That's why I said that. You both
But
have the Eagles top 5.
I've got Dolphins at 7 here, and I don't know. I feel like it could be higher, but then I'm looking at my top 6, and like I'm not mad with those placements. You know?
The top 8 are all good. Like the top 8 are great teams that I could see them all going to the Super Bowl.
The top 10, 9, I could see making the championship games. If we include the Ravens in there with the 9th.
Yeah, I say top 8 for me. I got the Ravens at 8, so I don't see the Vikings, but anyways, yeah. So Jake, you got the Chargers at 7.
Yeah, Herbo's injured right now. I take that into account. He's probably not gonna play next week.
Have they said anything about how long he's gonna be out though, or no?
He's day to day right now, but like he could miss a game or two.
He could, yeah.
But if he
Can
doesn't,
they afford it though? Who do they play next week? Oh, they play Jacksonville. They can afford to miss him for a game.
oh yeah, right. We were talking about this last week because
Yeah.
Chase Daniel can afford to play against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
What
do they play week 4?
I don't know. I think
their bye
keeping
week?
them at 7. I think keeping them at 7 is fine, just because I'm worried about
they play
Justin Herbert. But like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I could put them right back up
through that injury though, right? Like this week.
He could, but like, they probably won't play him.
He looked scary
on
playing.
Thursday, he finished the game, no?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he finished the game last week. Yeah,
so he's capable.
He's capable, but he didn't look good doing it. That's the problem.
Like, I could put him at 4 and not be
but there's a lot of difference there between, you know, like he's injured, but he still managed to finish the game versus like Dak Prescott had to come off.
Okay, but here's the thing though, is like if the Chargers.
Yeah, but Dak's thumb was broken.
I know like the injuries isn't really comparable, but what I mean is even if Herbert's out for a game, like it's clearly, if he could finish the game, it's clearly not bad enough that it's gonna affect him too much.
Yeah, like
even if he's out for 3 weeks, they'll go 2-1. They play the Jags and then they play the Texans and then they're gonna lose to the Browns if he doesn't play. But they'll go 2-1 without him if he does miss 3 weeks. They'll be just fine.
So Jake, why'd you laugh there?
I could put the Chargers at 4 and not be
I think you
mad.
put them. I think you put them a little too low. If I'm being
Maybe.
totally honest.
Jake,
Maybe.
Sorry about it.
Jake.
Number 6. We all had the Rams at 6.
No, hold on.
Sorry.
Hold
Oh,
on.
did you hear me laugh earlier?
Yeah, when Nathan said the Browns will beat the Chargers if Herbert's not playing, why'd you laugh?
Because I don't think they will.
Of course they will. Of
They won't be able to move the ball.
course they will. They don't need to. With that defense, who's LA's backup QB?
Chase Daniel.
Who?
Chase Daniel.
Who?
Chase Daniel. Hey, Cleveland's playing their backup quarterback and has been all year and will probably
Jacoby Brissett
probably play all year.
Yeah.
Should probably play.
Why is that?
Why am I defending the Chargers right now? I don't really.
Let's move on to the Rams. Let's move on. Number 6. We got to finish this list up, guys. We got to wrap it up. Number 6, we all got the Rams here.
Yeah, Rams.
Yeah, they're not really looking great. They almost blew the lead to the Falcons this week.
Their hangover is curing.
Jalen Ramsey had one good play, and now all of a sudden he's that guy again. Apparently, I don't think he is. I think he's full of baloney. But I had the Dolphins at number 5. Jake, you had the same, eh?
My God, are they good?
They're looking good.
You can't stop the throwing. You can't stop the passing game.
And once Lamar starts playing QB1 for him, they'll be even better.
Exactly.
Carson, you had the Eagles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think my 4 to 7 I could put anywhere and I would be fine with it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. I mean,
Jake, you got Eagles at 4?
Yeah, I have the Eagles at 4.
I think that's quite high.
Really impressed me. Unless you want me to switch the Eagles and Chargers.
I do, actually. It'd make me feel a whole lot better if you did that.
Fine.
Please do that. Thank you.
Chargers at 4, Eagles at 5, Dolphins
Carson
at 6, Rams at 7.
Yeah.
Okay, Carson, you and I got Chargers at 4 because we see eye to eye on these types of things.
And then the top 3 for us is all the same, isn't it?
Top 3 are all the same as last week. Number 3, 3, 2, 1, Bucks. Number 2, 3, 2, 1, Chiefs. Number 1, 3, 2, 1, Bills. That is all she wrote. That's all she wrote. There it is. Power rankings. Recap of week 2 Sunday, Monday games. You guys want to lock some predictions in for Thursday? Browns, Steelers?
I think the Steelers defense is going to have another really, really good game, but I still think the Browns are going to win. Where are they playing?
They're playing in Cleveland.
Yeah, the Browns are going to win this game.
The Browns are going to lose this game. They're playing in front of Brownie the Elf. So I think they're going to lose this game.
Oh.
I have the Steelers winning. Carson?
I'm not even confident with saying the Browns, too. That's the bad thing.
Carson, Steelers, Browns. Who you got?
Is he muted?
Sorry.
Did he mute himself?
Are you awake?
My AirPod case died and then it connected to my AirPods.
Oh, dude, we're live. You can't do this live, dude.
How am I meant to know?
Dude.
In my bag.
Lock your pick in. Browns, Steelers. Who you got?
Steelers, Browns. I have Browns.
Okay, I got Steelers.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna change mine. I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
All right, Carson, you
I'm
with the
going
Browns?
with the Steelers.
I'll stick with the Browns.
You gonna ride or die with the Browns?
Well, I wouldn't say ride or die, but if I had to pick, I'll say Browns.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for joining me, boys.
Great show.
It was good talking.
And just for one more time for the show.
All right.
Jake, most of our Spotify listeners can't see you pointing at Ben Simmons.
Well, for our YouTube viewers, there's Ben
no one watches podcasts on YouTube.
Well,
that's not true. When there's a video to watch, they will.
That's true. All right. Anyways, we're taking off. Thanks for listening. See you guys later.
Later.